Well, give me your best. Let me see your best. Yeah, I'm all right.
Shaquille O'Neal, known to the world simply as Shaq, is a name that evokes images of slam dunks, shattered backboards, and an undeniable dominance on the basketball court. But behind the towering frame and jovial personality is the story of a young boy who grew up with challenges, found discipline, and transformed himself into not just an NBA legend but a cultural phenomenon. This is the untold story of Shaq's rise from humble beginnings in Newark, New Jersey, to becoming an icon known across the globe. Shaq was born on March 6, 1972 in Newark, New Jersey, to Lucille O'Neal and Joe Tony. Newark, in the early 70s, was far from an easy place to grow up. The city was grappling with high crime rates, poverty, and the remnants of social unrest. Shaq's biological father, Joe Tony, struggled with substance abuse, leading to his eventual imprisonment and separation from his family. Without a consistent father figure during his early years, Shaq's mother, Lucille, took on the role of both parents, instilling values of resilience and determination. But Shaq's life changed when his mother met and married Philip Harrison, a career Army sergeant who would become Shaq's true father figure. Harrison was strict but loving, and he brought structure into Shaq's life, a discipline that would shape his character both on and off the basketball court. With his stepfather's military career, the family moved frequently, from Newark to military bases around the country and even to Germany. Though the constant moving was difficult at times, it exposed Shaq to different cultures and environments, broadening his worldview. Shaq was always big for his age, so much so that his size often drew attention wherever he went. But it wasn't until he was 13 years old, standing at an imposing 6'6", that Shaq realized his size could be an asset. During their time in Germany, Shaq played basketball on the local military base, where his passion for the game began to flourish. It was here that he met his first coach, who saw the potential in the young giant and encouraged him to take the game seriously. Shaq's dedication to basketball grew, and by the time the family returned to the United States, he was ready to dominate the high school scene. Shaq enrolled at Cole High School in San Antonio, Texas, and quickly made his mark. He led the Cougars to an astounding 68-1 record over 2 years, showcasing his unique combination of size, strength, and agility. His dominance was undeniable. Shaq was more than just a big guy. He was athletic, coordinated, and had an innate understanding of the game. His performances attracted the attention of college scouts across the country, all eager to recruit the next big thing in basketball. It was during these high school years that Shaq began to understand the power of his personality as well. He wasn't just a player, he was an entertainer. His on-court dominance was complemented by his off-court charisma. He loved to make people laugh, and his larger-than-life personality was already evident. When it came time to choose a college, Shaq decided on Louisiana State University, LSU, where he played under Coach Dale Brown. His time at LSU was nothing short of spectacular. Shaq dominated the college basketball scene, earning two-time All-American honors, the Adolph Rupp Trophy as the NCAA Men's Basketball Player of the Year, and the SEC Player of the Year award. At LSU, he averaged 21.6 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 4.6 blocks per game, numbers that underscored his dominance. But beyond the accolades, Shaq's time at LSU was about growth. He learned to harness his physical gifts, refine his skills, and lead a team. He also began to think beyond basketball, studying business, interacting with fans, and understanding the influence he could wield. Shaq knew he was destined for the NBA, but he also knew that he wanted to be more than just a player. He wanted to be an icon. In 1992, Shaquille O'Neal declared for the NBA draft, and it was no surprise when the Orlando Magic selected him with the first overall pick. From the moment he stepped onto an NBA court, Shaq was a force of nature. He averaged 23.4 points, 13.9 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks per game during his rookie season, earning the Rookie of the Year award. The league had never seen anyone quite like him. 7'1" and 325 pounds, yet agile and quick. Shaq's presence transformed the Orlando Magic from an expansion team into playoff contenders almost overnight. Shaq quickly became a fan favorite. He was larger than life, both literally and figuratively. His powerful dunks often broke backboards, most famously during a game against the New Jersey Nets, where his dunk brought the entire hoop crashing down. It was a moment that perfectly captured the essence of Shaq: powerful, dominant, and unforgettable. Despite his individual success, Shaq's early years in Orlando were defined by near misses. In 1995, he led the Magic to the NBA Finals, where they faced off against the Houston Rockets. Though the Magic were swept in 4 games, it was clear that Shaq was destined for greatness. His partnership with Penny Hardaway was electric, and Orlando seemed poised to become a dynasty. However, internal conflicts and injuries prevented the team from reaching its full potential, and Shaq began to look for new opportunities. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the life of the one and only Shaq, make sure to like this video, subscribe. In 1996, Shaq made a decision that would change his career and the landscape of the NBA. He signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. The move to LA was about more than just basketball. It was about expanding his brand, reaching a bigger audience, and stepping onto the grandest stage of all. Los Angeles was the perfect fit for Shaq's larger-than-life personality, and he quickly became the face of the Lakers. It was in LA that Shaq formed a partnership with the young Kobe Bryant, a partnership that would lead to one of the most dominant runs in NBA history. Under the guidance of coach Phil Jackson, who brought his championship pedigree and the famous triangle offense, Shaq and Kobe led the Lakers to 3 consecutive NBA championships from 2000 to 2002. During these years, Shaq was at his absolute peak, unstoppable in the paint, a 3-time Finals MVP, and the most dominant player in the league. His ability to overpower defenders, combined with his surprisingly nimble footwork, made him a nightmare matchup for any opponent. Despite their on-court success, the relationship between Shaq and Kobe was far from perfect. Both players had immense talent, but they also had immense egos. Kobe, driven and fiercely competitive, wanted to prove himself as the best player in the league, while Shaq, already an established superstar, often felt that Kobe was overstepping his role. The tension between the two stars became public, with both players trading barbs in the media. The feud eventually reached a breaking point, and after the Lakers lost to the Detroit Pistons in the 2004 NBA Finals, Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat. It was the end of an era in Los Angeles, but Shaq's journey was far from over. When Shaq arrived in Miami, he was determined to prove that he could still lead a team to a championship. Teaming up with a young Dwyane Wade, Shaq brought a veteran presence and an unmatched hunger for victory. In 2006, the Miami Heat defeated the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals, giving Shaq his 4th championship ring. This title was particularly meaningful for Shaq. It was proof that he could win without Kobe, and that he was still one of the best players in the league. As Shaq entered the later stages of his career, injuries began to take their toll. His size, which had always been his greatest asset, became a liability as his body struggled to keep up with the demands of the game. He played for several teams in his final years: the Phoenix Suns, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Boston Celtics, but it was clear that his best days were behind him. In 2011, Shaq announced his retirement from the NBA, ending a 19-year career that had seen him become one of the most dominant players in the history of the sport. Shaq's influence didn't end when he retired from basketball. He had always been more than just an athlete. He was a businessman, an entertainer, and a cultural icon. During his playing days, Shaq had invested wisely, buying into businesses ranging from restaurants and car washes to early tech ventures like Google. His business acumen allowed him to build a fortune that extended well beyond his NBA earnings. Shaq also found a second career in entertainment. He became an analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA, where his humor, insights, and often comical debates with Charles Barkley made him a fan favorite once again. His charisma and ability to connect with audiences transcended the sport, and he quickly became one of the most popular figures in sports media. Shaq's forays into acting and music were equally notable. He starred in movies like Kazam and Steel and released rap albums, one of which went platinum. Though his ventures in film and music received mixed reviews, they were a testament to Shaq's willingness to embrace new challenges and his love for entertaining others. Shaq's heart was as big as his stature, and he used his platform to give back to those in need. Whether it was buying Christmas presents for underprivileged children, funding scholarships, or helping families in need, Shaq's philanthropy became a significant part of his legacy. He often spoke about the importance of giving back and using his success to make a positive impact on the world. In his personal life, Shaq faced ups and downs. He had 4 children with his ex-wife, Shawnee Nelson, and remained actively involved in their lives, emphasizing the importance of family. His relationship with his biological father, Joe Tony, was complicated, but as Shaq grew older, he sought reconciliation. In a touching moment, he publicly forgave his father, providing closure to a part of his life that had once been a source of pain. Shaquille O'Neal's life is a testament to the power of perseverance, personality, and constant reinvention. From a young boy in Newark who faced the challenges of an unstable environment to becoming one of the most dominant forces in NBA history, Shaq's journey is an inspiring story of talent, hard work, and an unyielding belief in oneself. He wasn't just a player who dominated the court, he was an entertainer, a businessman, and a larger-than-life character who captured the hearts of millions around the world. Shaquille O'Neal's journey from a challenging childhood to NBA greatness and beyond is a story of resilience, charisma, and an unstoppable drive to succeed. Whether shattering backboards, entertaining us on TV, or building a business empire, Shaq has done it all, and his legacy continues to grow. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of the one and only Shaq, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more incredible stories, and let us know in the comments which part of Shaq's journey inspired you the most.